ارتدت نجمات هوليوود الأسود على البساط الأحمر في حفلات توزيع جوائز هذا الموسم تعبيراً عن تضامنهن مع ضحايا الاعتداءات الجنسية، وأشعلن منصاتها بخطب حماسية تطالب بحماية النساء وحقوقهن وبالمساواة مع الرجال في فرص العمل والأجور.
For too long, women have not been heard or believed if they dared to speak their truth to the power of those men. But their time is up.
And here are the all-male nominees.
غياب النساء في ترشيحات الجولدن جلوب لأفضل مخرج دفع مصوتي الأوسكار إلى ترشيح المخرجة جريتا جيروين عن فيلمها ليدي بيرد لتصبح خامس امرأة ترشح للأوسكار في مجال الإخراج منذ تأسيس الجائزة قبل 90 عاماً، وإذا فازت بها ستكون ثانية امرأة تحقق ذلك بعد كاثرين بيجلو التي نالت جائزة أفضل مخرج عام 2010 عن فيلم هيرت لوكر.
I hate California. I want to go to the East Coast.
I want to go where culture is, like New York.
يحكي ليدي بيرد قصة فتاة في 17 تدعى كريستين ماكفيرسون، لكنها تفضل أن تنادى بليدي بيرد. الفتاة التي تدرس في السنة الأخيرة من المرحلة الثانية في مدرسة كاثوليكية للبنات تريد أن تترك بلدتها المملة وتلتحق بجامعة في ساحل الولايات المتحدة الشرقي رغم اعتراض أمها، ويحتدم الصراع بين الفتاة التي تمر بفترة مراهقة مربكة وأمها التي تتدخل في كل شؤون حياتها وتريد أن تبقيها بجانبها.
I want you to be the very best version of yourself that you can be.
What if this is the best version?
أحداث فيلم ليدي بيرد جرت عام 2002 في مدينة ساكرامنتو ولاية كاليفورنيا مسقط رأس جورويغ التي درست أيضاً في مدرسة كاثوليكية للبنات قبل أن تهرب إلى نيويورك، حيث درست الأدب الإنجليزي في كلية برنارد لكي تمارس الكتابة للمسرح، وثم انخرطت في سلك التمثيل وكتابة السيناريوهات والإخراج. So Lady Bird hails from Sacramento.
Yes.
That's your birthplace.
Yes, it is.
How much of her is you?
I wanted to make something about home and how home is only something you understand as you're leaving. And I think, you know, the more specific you make something, the more universal it is. So I used these specifics of Sacramento and of Catholic girls' school, which I went to. The character of Lady Bird was actually sort of the opposite of me. I never made anyone call me by a different name. I didn't dye my hair bright red. I was a much more of a rule follower kid. I was less out there. But the heart of the story and the heart of the love story between the mother and the daughter is very close to me and it's personal, even if it's not autobiographical.
I want schools like Yale, but not Yale because I probably couldn't get in.
You definitely couldn't get in.
Is to be on Math Olympiad.
But math isn't something you're terribly strong in.
That we know of yet.
ما يميز فيلم ليدي بيرد هو أنه يصبر التحديات التي تواجهها فتاة مراهقة في مجتمع لا يؤمن بقدراتها ويكبح طموحاتها ويتحكم في مسار حياتها من منظور امرأة مرت بتلك التجارب وليس من منظور مخرجين رجال عادة ما يطرحون شخصيات النساء في أفلامهم كمطيعات لأحكام مجتمعاتهن الذكورية وراضيات عنها. You know, when I watched this movie, I sensed that there's no way I could, as a man, write this script or any other man. When you were growing up and watching all these other movies coming of age, were you, as a woman, feeling that this is wrong? Because I see now the new directors like yourself are redefining our perception of femininity.
Yeah, well, a little bit. I felt like there were aspects of it that films were getting right about being a young woman, but I felt like there was a lot that they weren't getting right. And I often found myself relating more to movies of young men because I felt like they were tapping into something that felt more real to me and more nuanced to me. So when I went to make this movie, I felt like I didn't want to make I wanted it to be very cinematic and I wanted it to be very written and I wanted it to be beautiful, but I wanted it to be real and I wanted it to feel like, well, that's closer to what it feels like and that's closer to what those moments are. I started with the basis of feeling like, that's not quite what it was.
Wonderful. I've learned the new stuff, so obviously it is
thank you.
working, and I
Thank
hope you
you.
make more of those.
Me too.
فضلاً عن الترشيح في فئة أفضل مخرج، حاز ليدي بيرد على 4 ترشيحات أوسكار إضافية، وهي أفضل فيلم، وأفضل سيناريو لجورويغ، وأفضل ممثلة مساعدة لروري ماككالف عن أداء دور الأم، وأفضل ممثلة لبطلته الإيرلندية سورشي رونان. وهذا هو الترشيح الثالث لرونان البالغة 23 عاماً. Saoirse, how does it feel to play a character that is inspired by your director?
It is a privilege because she's a very interesting person. So yeah, there's a responsibility to that for sure, and a real need to get it right. And also just because I love Greta so much, and you know, apart from how much of it is about her or her life or not, it's her film and it's her baby, and so I really wanted it to be great for her.
Do you feel when you're directed by a female director like Greta that she had a better understanding of yourself, your emotions?
Yeah, she's obviously very sensitive to a teenage girl and what it's like to be a teenage girl, and nobody else knows what it's like to be a teenage girl unless you've been a teenage girl. So in that sense, yeah, she obviously had a much better understanding of that.
وسوف تنافس رونان على جائزة أوسكار أفضل ممثلة سيدة هوليوود ميريل ستريب، التي رشحت لها للمرة 22 عن تجسيدها لدور مالكة جريدة واشنطن بوست كاثرين غراهام في فيلم ستيفن سبيلبرغ ذا بوست، الذي تدور أحداثه في أوائل السبعينيات عندما كانت النساء تخضع لسلطة الرجال المطلقة.
Okay, people are concerned about having a woman in charge of the paper, that she doesn't have the resolve to make the tough choices.
Thank you, Arthur, for your frankness.
وترفض غراهام تخاذل أعضاء مجلسها الرجال وتقودهم في معركة مصيرية لحماية جريدتها وحرية الصحافة ضد الرئيس ريتشارد نيكسون عندما يحاول منعها من نشر أوراق البنتاغون السرية.
We can't hold them accountable if we don't have a newspaper.
Nixon will muster the full power of the presidency, and if there's a way to destroy you, by God, he'll find it.
I'm asking your advice, Bob, not your permission.
She can't do this. The legacy of the company is at stake.
What are you going to do, Mrs. Graham?
Pleasure to see you.
Given what's going on these days with all the revelations about abusing women, you get the impression that all women need is power. Once they're powerful, they're untouchable. Nobody would dare do anything to Meryl Streep or Kay Graham, and she bent all these men.
You know, I have a real problem with that word, empowerment, because I don't actually think that's what women want. I think what women want is inclusion, is to be included at the top layers of the decision making at leadership level. I think if we were there half and half in the Senate, at the heads of the studios, at the agencies, in business, at the board level. If you're at the board, I have a picture of Catherine Graham, I don't have it here, sitting at the AP, it's the Associated Press, and I think it's in 1966. And there are 40 men at the table, and just her. And I think it's out of balance. I think it makes the world wacky. And there's no way that if there are nothing but male leaders that there can be, you can't blame men for thinking that women sit somewhere less on the lower on the ladder if they're not at the leadership level. If your boss or half of your board is female, you don't pull this kind of shenanigans. It wouldn't be tolerated and you wouldn't even think of it.
جوروينغ أو ليدي بيرد وغراهام صمدن أمام مجتمع لا يثق بهن وبقدراتهن وتفوقن في إنجازاتهن على الرجال. نساء هوليوود يأملن في أن يلهم طرح مثل هذه الشخصيات في الأفلام النساء السعي وراء أحلامهن وعدم الاستسلام لأحكام مجتمعاتهن الذكورية. فوز غورويغ أو فيلمها بجائزة أوسكار الشهر القادم سوف يعتبر انتصاراً للثورة النسائية في هوليوود. حسام عاصي، BBC.